A very good morning to all my students. So my today's topic is nucleus. So nucleus is the most important part of the cell. It is known as the controlling center of the cell as well as the brain of the cell, because nucleus controls the functional activities of other cell organelles. So first let's see what is the location of the nucleus. In plant cell, nucleus is located at the periphery, whereas in animal cell, nucleus is centrally placed. Why is this difference? In plant cell, what happens? Majority of the cell volume or cell space is occupied by a large vacuole. So nucleus is pushed to the periphery. Vacuole pushes the nucleus to the periphery. But in case of animal cell, vacuole is almost absent, and even if it is present, it is very small in size. So nucleus occupies the central position in an animal cell. Now, this nucleus, there is generally one nucleus present in eukaryotic cell. But however, there are some cells like mature mammalian RBC, nucleus is enucleated. It means there is no nucleus present in mature mammalian RBC. And in some cases like slime mold, nucleus is multinucleated. It means presence of two or more nuclei. But this is about the nucleus in the eukaryotic cell. What about the prokaryotic cell? In prokaryotic cell, there is no true nucleus is present. The nucleus is not bounded by any nuclear membrane and neither cell organelles are present. Example of a prokaryotic organism, most common example is bacteria. They lack nucleus, they lack nuclear membrane as well as the cell organelles. But they have their genes on the chromosome which remains in the cytoplasm in the cell. Such undefined region is called a nucleoid. So now in today's lecture, I will be discussing about the structure of nucleus and the function of nucleus. So first let's see what is the structure of nucleus. So this is the structure of a nucleus. You can see in the picture that the nucleus is bounded or surrounded by a double layer structure, double layered membrane, which is known as nuclear membrane. It is also known as nuclear envelope. This nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope separates the contents of the nucleus from the rest of the cell or the cytoplasm. Now in the picture you can see that many pores are present on the nuclear membrane. These tiny minute pores are called nuclear pores. These pores allows the entry and exit of large molecules or substances between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Now inside the nucleus you can see there is a gelatinous substance present, jelly-like mass called the nucleoplasm. It is similar to cytoplasm in the cell. Now this nucleoplasm, it is a jelly-like mass which protects the contents of the nucleus. It protects all the contents that are present inside the nucleus. Now within the nucleus there is a dense spherical structure called a nucleolus, which is made up of RNA and protein. This nucleolus, the function of nucleolus is to synthesize ribosome. They synthesize ribosomes. Now, inside the nucleus, there is a tangled mass of thread-like structure called a chromatin. Now, this chromatin becomes thick and condensed during the process of cell division and forms chromosome. So chromosomes are visible only during the process of cell division. The detailed structure and the detailed function of the nucleus we will study now. Now let's see. Now let's see an example. Suppose in a teamwork, there is always a leader present who guides and instructs the other team members. The same analogy can be used to study the cell organelles. In this case, can you guess who is the leader of the cell organelle? Yes, it is the nucleus. Nucleus is the instructor and the coordinator center of the other cell organelles. That is why nucleus is called the brain of the cell also, because it controls the functional activities of other cell. But how does it regulate the activity of other cell organelles? Let's see. Nucleus contains the genetic material. Now what do you mean by genetic material? Let's see. If we zoom the picture of nucleus, you can see there is a tangled mass of thread-like structures are present, which is called the chromatin fibers. This chromatin fiber is present within the nucleus, which is very important for controlling the functional activities of other cell organelles. Now these chromatin fibers become thick and condensed during the process of cell division, and it forms chromosome. So this is the structure of the chromosome. Now this chromosome contain many functional segments, which is called the genes. Genes are the basis of heredity, which transmit the genetic information from parents to offspring. Here we can see the similarities and variation that an organism have with their parents. A newborn baby inherits the gene from their parents and look either like her mother or his father. Now, can you guess what these genes are made up of? These genes are made up of DNA. The full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Now, if we go in the reverse order, we can see that this DNA forms the functional segments called the genes. These genes come together and form chromosome. Now this chromosome is only visible during the process of cell division. This chromosome, when the cells are in resting or active phase from the cell division, chromosomes appear as thread-like structure, which is called a chromatin. Now this chromatin and chromosomes are more or less similar, and the genetic material is locked in the chromatin threads within the nucleus. Now the question is, how does it regulate the activity of other cell organelles? So now let's see. Genes code for specific proteins. It is due to the presence of protein. Genes code for specific proteins, and the function of these proteins are: number one is passing information, then communication and building structures. So in this way, a nucleus controls the functional activities of other cell organelles. Now we will study about the cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm and what is the role of cytoplasm? The contents of the cell between the nuclear membrane and the cell membrane is called the cytoplasm. Now the cytoplasm and a nucleus make up the living content of the cell, that is known as the protoplasm. Now what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a clear, thick, jelly-like material which is filled with water, organic compounds and organelles. The liquid part of the cytoplasm other than cell organelle is called the cytosol. Now what is the role of cytoplasm? Cytoplasm supports and gives protection to the other cell organelles, as well as it controls the metabolic activities of the cell organelles. Now let's see what are the cell organelles that are present in the cytoplasm. So these are the major cell organelles which we will discuss one by one in my next lecture.